Welcome, and thank you for joining us. How have the last couple of years treated your business? Have your profit margins continued to be squeezed? Have you asked, are there actually companies out there that are being successful? And if so, what are they doing? Hi, I'm Rick Dalrymple. In my travels these past several months, we hear a consistent tone of real concern of companies wondering if and how they will make it during these challenging times. As a result, we invested resources with a Fortune 500 company to help us determine what is going on. But more importantly, people want information that will help them be more productive and profitable in this economy, which is why we commissioned this study. I'd like to share this executive briefing with you of some of their results. We're calling it the top 4 dangers facing your business and what you must know in order to survive and thrive today. As an overview, we'll be talking about the financial, operational, strategic, and hazard dangers that you face. The financial dangers in business over the past 3 years have been brutal on all companies, large and small. Companies we thought that would be here forever are troubled or even gone. In 2009, long-standing companies like GM, Chrysler, Circuit City were just a few of the major companies who failed. Until recently, 85% of companies filing for Chapter 11 never emerged out of bankruptcy. Today, 99% of companies filing for Chapter 11 never emerge. We've entered into the most severe job loss situation since World War II. 7.6 million jobs since December of 2007 have been lost. Unemployment has been over 10%. Construction and manufacturing have been the hardest hit, with a trickle-down effect hitting most all business sectors today. But really, how unusual is this period? You know, we've actually spent more time in recession than out of it. Since 1879, 61% of U.S. history has been spent weathering a recession. We've only been in boom times 39%. But let's be optimistic. Our companies have survived all through this period of time, so we don't need to be desperate. What we need to do is learn how to adapt and stay open to change. Let's take a brief look at the operational dangers facing companies today. You're having to do more with less people, right? Well, because your profit margins are being squeezed, you sometimes can't hire the people that you need to get the job done properly, which impacts your productivity and puts your company at risk for lower quality output, which can lead to lost customers. You're not able to update your policies and procedures that you need to, that you know should be done. Even during these down times, people can't have their heads in the sand. You must keep current to survive. Take OSHA, for example. At a time when companies are fighting to make payroll, you have a government agency out there that's increasing their staffing for enforcement by 37%, and their fines are up 200% since October 1st of 2010. And the fines can be something as simple as not having proper written documentation of your training program, safety policies, or procedures. Do you consider yourself to be competitive? Well, the strategic dangers facing businesses today affect your ability to be competitive. Take the fact that we have a baby boomer issue now. Baby boomer retirements will impact us all whenever we deal with our employee workforce over the next few years. 33% of the boomer workforce will retire by 2012. Engineers, 50% of those will be retired by 2018. Where are our skilled people going to come from? We're already feeling the talent shortage in many professions that you see here on this list. There are many factors contributing to this huge performance gap in business today. Here are just 6 of them: aging infrastructure, labor costs, tax costs, tort costs, energy costs, regulatory and compliance costs. Despite all these things, the U.S. has held the #1 position on the most competitive countries list up until recently, where we just finished second. For 16 years in a row, we've been at the top of that list, but some of the problems are starting to show up now. This year's ranking included a concern that the government's growing deficit and regulatory burdens on businesses will soon hinder the United States' ability to be competitive. Since 1917, the U.S. has enjoyed a AAA credit rating as a nation. Standard & Poor's downgrading of the United States credit rating in August of 2011 will cost taxpayers billions of dollars each year in increased borrowing costs. Last but not least, you face hazard dangers every day. A report published in 2010 confirmed a statistic that has been consistent over time, that coming out of a recession, 2 things have always happened. Number 1, employers logically begin to rehire. But 2, there has always been an increase in workers' compensation claims, And right now, that's exactly what's happening. Employee work comp claims and lawsuits are on the rise, and we're already seeing NCCI raise rates in several states because of this. Employee lawsuits have risen 400% in the past 20 years to a current level of 6.5 claims per 1,000 employees annually. Add to that the fact that you've got employment lawsuits, they've grown significantly in the past 10 years, from an average of over $130,000 in 2001 to over $310,000 in 2009. If an employment lawsuit goes to trial, plaintiffs, your employees, are likely to win 63% of those cases in court. There's a 67% chance the awards will exceed $100,000, and that doesn't even include attorney's fees. The question is, are you positioned properly to handle that? Well, how well are you doing? Are you facing these challenges okay? Have you said, it'd sure be nice to know what others are doing to survive this? Again, is anyone doing well? And if so, what are they doing? Well, let's take a look. Only the strong are going to survive. That's a key fact that was brought up in all these statistics. Those companies with dedicated, trained workforces, direct employees, and those seeking continuous process and systems improvement are those that are really succeeding. One of the key things we're finding is that you must build or expand a strong network of trusted, reliable partners. That allows you to stick to your core competencies, and you should bring them in on strategic planning and establish open communications with them. Smart companies are eliminating the old protective internal silos. I mean, how many of us have heard in an organization, we've always done it that way? It's always worked before. Well, quite frankly, it may not anymore. What we're finding is that you need to be open to change, and bringing people in early into the process can actually increase your efficiencies by 5 to 40%. So what are the progressive companies doing? Well, one of the key facts is that they're turning to outsourcing for more than just the odd jobs. An example of that could be your payroll processing. But bottom line, they're reviewing the entire operation for opportunities to shed costs, and they're streamlining and then sharing overhead with others through outsourcing of processes and technology. Here are a couple of 5 really key things. Number 1, review your human resource position and policy. Should you outsource HR? Or if not, have someone double check to make sure you're in compliance. Review your technology position, and then seek out simple automation tools that can help you be more efficient. Review your partnership position and provide good job training and wellness programs for your people. It's a fact, unhealthy employees drive up the cost of your health insurance by over $11,000 per active employee, and they typically have more workers' compensation claims. Quite frankly, we're back to the statement again, only the strong are going to survive. Let's focus on the 4 key strategies that you must know. These are continuous process and systems improvement. You must create strategic partnerships with your suppliers and consultants who will be proactive with you, not just reactive. More specifically, find those who are willing to invest in your company in providing additional resources designed to actually impact your financial statement. You must partner with your customers. And quite frankly, when all is said and done, the 5th one is be willing to reinvent yourself and don't be afraid of change. Okay, you may be asking, where do I go from here? Well, that's where partnering with a firm like us comes into play. If I could just very quickly tell you who we are. At Insurance Office of America, we're the largest privately held insurance and risk management firm in the state of Florida. We're the 8th largest in the country, with 25 offices and 650 associates working to drive positive results for your company. Let me give you a couple examples. A client of ours, manufacturing company with 700 employees, they were in jeopardy of large OSHA fines for not having proper documentation. We were able to create, at no cost to them, an entire turnkey program complete with policies and procedures for OSHA compliance, as well as HR compliance that got them out of hot water. And we've done the same for those in the healthcare and service industries. Another example is where we had a construction company subcontractor. They came to us frustrated with employee lawsuits, claims with lingering medical care, and suspicious workers' comp claim activity that they just knew was costing them big money. As a result, we sat down and formulated a plan we call Compass. I'd like to talk with you more about that in the future, and how the tools we gave them helped them increase their profits and their productivity. Again, we partnered with them to provide a solution. And I could give you more examples. But in conclusion, if I could just interject a quick comment. This is my business. This is what I do. We provide risk assessments, compliance coaching, programs and tools designed to help you improve your process so that you can be more profitable and productive. We find the right solution, or we develop it for you, or we help you find it. As we've invested in this research, we're sure you'll benefit from learning more about the 4 strategies, and we'll be happy to share them with you and your entire management team. If you feel like you're in survival mode, or you're looking to thrive during these times, let us help you. Just call or email me today. Let's have a business discussion. Discuss issues weighing on your mind, and let's see how we can drive positive results for your company. Thank you.